Alright, so this video I'm going to go over how to draw trend lines and how to find channels in the market using trend lines. So just one thing to remember while drawing trend lines is I'll always start it from a wick. So like right here I can already see a channel or a trend. So I will draw two here. And the way I draw them, some traders will draw them differently. I will normally draw them from the one wick to the bodies or the wicks of the candles. Some traders will just draw them wick to wick to wick, or wick to the body to the body to the body. I will find like as many wicks or candles as possible where it's bouncing off. Like right here, you'll see point one. Here, I'll just draw, or I'll write up all these points where the market bounced off, so you can see. While I'm doing this, just remember that each time that it hits the trend, the weaker it gets. So if it starts hitting like 10 or 5 or 6, 10 times, it's the weaker it's going to get. So this will be point one. So point one is right here. Point two is right there. Two. This can be three. Point three. You could count this as another point also. I'll just count this as point four. And even though the market, so you will see. So I just drew this one because this is, or I just drew this through this one right here, this wick or this candle, so I could hit these right here. You can lower it, so I'll lower it a little bit. So, and you'll see they all still respected. I just drew it off a little bit, but you will see that this candle is still touching this trend line. Let me zoom in a little bit. So the wick is still touching this trend line, so it still respected it. And then this long wick is just a fake out by the market makers. So this could be 0.4 right here. 4. So I'll put 0.5 right here. 0.5. And this is a very strong channel. You can see the market's been on a very long bullish run. So this is 0.6 right here. 6. Then 0.7 will be right there. 7. That could be another point right there because it still respected it. But you will see all these times that it bounces off this trend because it's on a long uptrend. And say this, none of this was here, and then you just drew this right here. Well, you can draw it to the future and then wait for the market to hit this trend line or this channel. So that's how I will draw the trend line. I'll draw some more examples. And let's say that we're looking for a buy at this point right here. So I will draw, because you can find multiple channels. So I will draw a point right here where, let's see, is this a good one? This would be a good one. Guess you could do this one right here. Yeah. So you could do a little channel right here, another little trend line. So you'll see point 1, point 2, point 3, and then there was a buy, but it was a multiple channel hit right here. There is better examples. This one just wasn't that best example on that. Sometimes I'll find channels where there's like 5 or 6 channels. Let me try and find one on this one. Let's see. Could be right here. So I drew from this wick right here, and you'll see that like the price did break through, broke through, then it broke through again, well, it retested, and then it broke through, retested, then dropped, and then went up, hit this, and then dropped, then broke through, retested this, retested this, retested this. Well, there's two channels right there, and this is another channel, and then you can maybe find another channel. This one doesn't look like there's too many. Let me see if this one could be one. So could do another one right there. Let's say from this wick right here. So that wick right there hit or broke through, broke through again, retested, retested this wick, retested right there, shot up, and then retested again. So there's three little channels. I will upload some more examples of this, how I use multiple channels, because this one wasn't the best one to use. I can go back in the past and try and find more. Let's see. So I'll draw a wick. Let's see. So I would have drawn it to wick, and then right there would have been a buy. So how Forex works is you'll look for the third and the fourth time always. So like there's always 3 or 4 levels in the market. Sometimes there's more, but Forex is always like patterns of 3 and 4, and especially trend lines. So how you draw, or on trend lines when you draw them, the third and the fourth point you're looking for buys. So like this is the first point, this is the second point right here, and then this is the third point, and then that would have been a for sure buy because you would have seen it's on an uptrend. And then the fourth one, it wasn't too much of a buy, but the third point is always the best one to look for. And then whenever you're looking for a sell, so whenever it breaks the trend, so you see it broke it, it didn't respect or retest it. See how these wicks didn't really retest it at all? Well, then it did, and then it broke through again. Well, then you wait for the retest. Well, it retested it on a double top right here. So that's a for sure sell right there. You could have waited for this candle right there, but it was bouncing off this multiple times right here. So that's how I'll draw a trend line, and then you can cross them like that. So you could have drawn it to the future and then waited for it to hit. Well, it didn't respect it right there. We could have waited for it to retest again, and then it did retest right there. So let me just keep drawing some more examples, and then I'll show you how you could have used another channel right here. There should be another one. Let me see. So you see how I drew from this wick through these long wicks, because those are just fake outs, and then to the bodies, and then drew it to the future, and then there's another channel right there. Let me see if I can find more channels. Draw that. There we go. See, there's more channels. Oops. So you will see this channel also. So wick to body, it was still respecting it, still respecting it, still respecting it, even respected right there also. And then it came up, and then there's another channel right there. So that's how there's a good example how I'll use multiple channels, like 3 of bigger ones. This one over here, I couldn't really find too many. But sometimes you will find a lot of channels in the market. You could also probably do another channel if you want to. Let's see, like this right here. Maybe right here. So there's another little channel right here you could use. That one's not really necessary too much, but it's just another channel that you can kind of see, and then that they all bounce off, or they're all hitting this area right here. So that's how I'll draw trend lines, and that's how I will draw channels. And I'll show you how to combine all of these, of course, whenever I show you how to combine all the indicators and all the ways that I trade. So this is going to be it for the trend line and the channel video.